So now we're at the point in the story where I just want to pause. I hope that it doesn't seem like I'm just complaining about stuff and just I was a child and this stuff was hard on me. So I just want to say that. So hopefully it doesn't seem like I'm complaining and making frivolous complaints. So at this point, I go on to college, and I was so excited to be in college because I felt like finally I could be comfortable. I don't have to feel like a guest in my own home anymore. I could just be free. I can breathe. I don't have to feel unwanted every single day of my life. I literally spent like my whole time of high school feeling unwanted every single day, feeling like there was something wrong with me, feeling like, just all types of stuff. Like, I wasn't treated the same. Even people who went to our church have told me like they could tell that something was up because you could just tell I was not treated the same. Anyways, went to college, and at this point life has been difficult. I'm looking at my notes because I don't want to forget certain points, and I felt so ugly. It's something I still deal with till this day, but at this point in time I felt like a monster. I felt like, how I wish I didn't look like this. I wish I looked better. I wish I looked like something else. It got so to the point where I would wake up at the crack of dawn to get ready and get dressed, do my makeup, make sure my hair and my outfit is nice because I had to be perfect to be at least decent. And I would literally go to class, and our campus was on a city, like it was a city campus, it wasn't enclosed. So let's just say like there's a building all the way at the far end of the campus, and so there would be like several different buildings that you can like cut through to get to the building. So I would literally get dressed in the morning, walk to, let's just say, the student center, go in the mirror, go in the bathroom, check the mirror. Then I would walk to, let's just say, the freshman hall building and walk through that. And this is on my way to class. Go in the bathroom, check the mirror. Get to another building, go in the bathroom, check the mirror. And I would check like 3-4 mirrors on the way to class. Like, I didn't even realize it was a problem until I was like talking about it with my therapist. I didn't even know I had a problem where I needed a therapist until I was telling a friend of mine, like, I was crying my eyes out last night because I just felt so ugly. And I told her that, and she was like, Miss Dora, I think you need to see a therapist. And so, like, therapy was helping me. It definitely helped me get to a certain point, but it didn't help completely because there was just so much more things. My confidence was beaten. When I lived in the house, especially in Georgia, I always felt so ugly. I felt like my aunts and uncles and cousins thought I was ugly. I felt like they were like, I felt like they thought I was fat and overweight, and I was not fat and overweight, but I just felt like it. I felt like I was the biggest person there. I felt like my body was disgusting. I felt like I was just grotesque. I'm just being honest. And I just had zero confidence in myself. Zero confidence. Like, confidence was not there. Self-value was not there. I just when people would stare at me, I would think literally people are staring at me because I'm ugly. That's literally what I would think. Now, I was severely depressed. There were definitely times I would think about ending it all and just like kind of like wish I wasn't alive and all types of things. But I didn't know it was depression at that point in time. I just thought that this is just how normal people feel. This is just the feelings of life. I didn't know that having these thoughts aren't normal. You're not supposed to have thoughts like that. So anyways, I get a boyfriend, and long story short, he basically date blanks me. And what happened was, I was at a party. I asked him to pick me up. I was completely drunk, and I was a virgin, and I was on my cycle, and I had a tampon in. And this young man takes advantage of that situation and grapes me while I have my tampon in. Like, literally the next day, you can only imagine what I had to go through. But when this happened, I didn't go to the police. I didn't do anything about it. I just blamed myself. I said, I'm the problem. I'm the one who did this thing, and I'm the one, like, when he knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. And the fact that I even had my tampon in, like, come on, dog. Like, that happens, and I don't ever really process it. I just move on like it never happened, and didn't really tell but 2-3 people, and just pushed it under the rug. I was struggling in school. I didn't have any direction. I didn't have any purpose. It felt like I came to college to run away from my problems, but they didn't leave me. I still was dealing with so much. Like, college was rough for me. I was sleeping on friends' couches. I would go to every free event to try to get some free food. Y'all, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I would go up in the student center and take the tissue rolls out the bathroom. I'ma just be honest. And I ain't have no money for no tissue. So I would go and take the little tissues that they got. Yes, and put it in my backpack. Like, I was broke, and no one was supporting me. Like, my uncles helped, like, with my tuition, but as far as, like, my day-to-day, no one was supporting me. I was on my friends' couches. I had horrible friends that bit me, literally bit me on my chest. Just all types of stuff, just going through the ebbs and flows of life, partying, just all types of things. And life was just horrible. But eventually I graduate, and I'm just like, thank you, Jesus. Hopefully I get a job and I could just, like, live my life. But I would go into the stories about different girlfriends and stuff and the trauma from that, but that would be like a whole nother story. If you guys want to hear about how I got bit and by a girl, like, just let me know and I'll tell that as a different story. But, like, friendship stuff would just make this super, super long.